But anyway, so let us get on with it. I'm sure we could sit here wattling about different artists and animations all day. Anyway, so. Last time, I think we had about 19% complete, and we got to we were like at 19 or 20. We were somewhere around there with that. So we got a good chunk last weekend done, and I don't know. Like, I'm iffy whether there's going to be just the same kind of ending, or I'm wondering. I've been a little curious if maybe there might be some kind of additional, like, Dancing on Night kind of did it, where you had to do everything, and then they unlocked a little extra snippet, but that was technically a prequel to the story. But I don't know. It could technically do something like that. So we got Yukari, Akihiko. Junpei doesn't have anything else. He's probably gonna get. Well, Junpei didn't meet up with anyone. Let's see. Junpei was at Junes, and he's on the way to the school. Yukari went into. Let's see, yeah, Yukari was with Teddy. So, let's go with Akihiko, see what's going on. See, I wish there was a new SWAT. Yes, SWAT Cats was awesome. You know, Plague of Gripes, if you ever watched him, he used to do lots of Dark Souls content. That's what he became well known for. Lots of Dark Souls animations. Now he just does a lot of random things. He's a big SWAT Cat person. He actually drew a lot of questionable things of SWAT Cats. Plague of Gripes goes in the Dark World. Wow, this is the first time I didn't get a notification. Good job, Twitch. Well, that's why I've been sending it out on Twitter and on Discord, since people have been randomly saying it's been kind of flaky, so. So, I believe Ken and Lapis, I'm trying to remember, I think Ken and Lapis met up, and then they saved Akihiko, if I remember correctly. I do kind of feel it's kind of sad that they didn't really do a whole lot changing with the school. They just mostly reused it. I mean, they added the climax to all the posts. I don't really get why they really changed the box cover title in America to not have climax it. Like, well, I kind of maybe know why they did, but I don't think it's a big deal in my opinion. Be sure to return the favor with my fists. But I just find it weird they didn't do that for the game itself. Like, even when you boot up the game, it still has it in it. So, it's just kind of weird. But anyway, good morning, Dan. What are you up to today? And also, sorry if it's a little dark. Again, we're still having a lot of storms here. Last night was thundering a lot, so it's a good thing nobody wanted to do Borderlands 2 last night, because that was probably not going to work out last night. It is raining still, but there was no thunder or lightning today, but it is still very cloudy and that, so it should brighten up here in a little bit as we go. But today, everyone should make it to the school for sure. Yeah, y'all kind of tripped up. An invisible dog fence today? I've heard of those before. I think there's two kinds, Pad. There's one, I think, where they have a collar on, and when they get close to it, it, does, some kind of little electric or something to make them go, no, that's bad. And I think there was some other one where the fence itself does something that bothers, their hearing or something. I'm not really sure. I'm sure Dan can explain it. And of course, those are probably older ones. I'm sure they got newer ones. Don't shock the poor doggies. Well, you're too late on that. If I remember correctly, Dan got a call for that, actually, so I think you're all way too late on that. But yeah, the invisible dog fence, I'm not really sure how reliable those are. I probably wouldn't rely on them. That's what I said. I was like, how could you, Dan, you monster? See, he admits it. He's a monster. Get him, Twitch mods. Descend upon his house like little monkey people from Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it was Ken and Lapis came and got Akihiko. Ooh, what's that? That don't sound like gunfire. That sounded more like clashing weaponry. Did that sound like gunfire to anyone? I need to tone this up just a little bit for me on my end. Oh, now that sounded like a gunshot.
What is this place? It doesn't feel like anywhere else. Sonata-san, this...
Talk about having bad taste. Whoever's doing this really wants this to be the entrance to hell.
It is kind of odd that the entrance looks almost like it's not identical, but it's very similar. I mean, it is very odd for it to be that similar. Oh. So it looks like Ken's team's gonna be saving 2 people. You know, how is he moving all these crosses everywhere? I mean, you could probably say supernatural power carrying strength, but seriously, you would imagine carrying a full person and a giant cross would probably be pretty heavy to move around. Mine don't behave at all too, but I was always against that. I think they would have to be a very violent dog to need a shackle myself. I mean, if they're not violent, I wouldn't say a shackle would be appropriate in my moral code, but that's just my opinion. Oh. Translation, all dog lives matter without shock collars. See? Even the Persona dog's against you, Dan.
Mitsuda-san, we'll get you down at once!
So who's...
Look out!
So who's shooting? But that was a lot of gunfire, so Nota's handgun isn't going to be shooting that many bullets in a straight row like that. So, if the sounds are accurate to the gun, I would assume it would have to be a shadow version of Aegis, probably. Yeah, it would have to be Aegis, because Aegis has a machine gun type weapon. And Lapis doesn't use any guns, so it has to be Aegis' shadow.
Confirming the presence of additional targets for elimination. Seriously, you keep coming one after another.
Aegis.
Oh, there should be no problem. You can stay here and watch while I deal with them. It should take no time at all.
So then someone else... Yeah, because she was fighting someone. So who was fighting all?
Yukon!
Akihiko-san! Labris!
Master?
Labris is here too?
Wow, you tell me 3 Persona users were getting their ass kicked by a fake? Are you serious? Oh, now I can't believe that at all. Oh, now, yes, now that makes more sense, actually. That was happening in the P4 cast. That, it didn't happen this exact same way, but there was a situation like that that was happening. So, actually, that makes more sense. I'm willing to take that more.
What's going on? You did this, didn't you?
Of course I did, sister. I am a weapon. It is my mission to follow orders and eliminate all targets. Now, sister, why are you getting in my way?
Get in your way.
As you may have guessed, I am a duplicate of Igus, but I am such an exact copy of her specifications that I may as well be the real thing.
No, no.
I will carry out my master's orders. I cannot comprehend why you, a fellow machine, are trying to prevent me from carrying out my task.
I mean, if you're an exact copy, then you obviously wouldn't be following your quote-unquote master.
You're a tool, just as I am, sister. Unfortunately, you were stolen in the previous battle, and now we must be enemies. The Shadow Operatives control you, while I take my orders from my master. Isn't that the only real difference between us?
No, there's a lot of differences.
That ain't true. I'm doing this of my own free will.
Free will? Is that what you base your argument on? Our memories are nothing but data, ones and zeros in our minds. How can you prove that what you know is true? That your mind wasn't written over?
I guess Chan is a good time to show up mysteriously.
Hey, Labra.
It's not a son. Let's leave this to her. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Sorry about that. You're right. I should trust in her.
Sister, friendship and trust means nothing to the likes of us. Yet you still attempt to fight me.
You're wrong. I'm an anti-shadow weapon too. I can understand what you're saying, but there's something I'm even more sure of. Igus told me that going through the joy and pain of different things made her into who she is now. I remember that. And now I remember that the reason why I can stand here and fight you is thanks to all our sisters who died to make me who I am. Those are painful memories. But if I forgot them, I wouldn't exist. That's what I'll fight for. This pain ain't made up. These memories are my own that I formed with everybody else. They aren't fake. They're my heart.
Wow. You know, why does everything keep reminding me of V3? You people need to play Danganronpa V3 for goodness sakes.
Labris.
Labris.
That really reminds me of a speech from it.
Understood. Master, I have a request to make.
Testing, testing. What's this? A dumb old machine calling me up? What nerve? I'm a busy bear.
Forgive me, but
want to let us in?
I want to fight them. I wish to crush all their bonds before my sister's very eyes.
What?
Oh, for Pete's! When you make a copy of a real person, the copy gets all the quirks of their personality too. Ah! Well, rather than getting persona fragments from those dried up old husks, you might get fresher ones from those guys.
Persona fragments?
Oh, did I say too much? Anyway, let's have a ring change!
The whole fresh new wing. Well, that was different. It's a free fall. Everyone take each other out.
Are you alright?
Yosuke-kun, Chie! Thank you for inviting us in before your battle concluded, but we're not gonna show you any mercy.
There is no need to thank me. I am about to eliminate all of you right now, after all.
Time for me to make a comeback as well. This is a grudge match now.
You guys seem a little different from what I was expecting you to be. But I won't be fooled. I'll protect everyone with all my strength.
I think it's fitting for Lapis to go up. We'll let Akihiko get the next match. I think it's only fitting, don't you think? I will show you the strength of my bonds. Here we go.
Final.
I'll be back to this, son. Congratulations.
Too easy is more like it. Too easy. Goodbye. Burst in the little flames or whatever you do. Yeah. That crackling sound still sounds weird though.
Looks like we won.
You don't need to look at me like that. Either way, we only have a limited lifespan.
What do you mean?
We were created for the sole purpose of fighting you. Once that duty has been carried out, all we have left to do is expire.
Fighting is your duty.
I will not bid you good luck. I wish for my master to emerge victorious, if possible.
That was the strange with death. Most of them just like... like a film of soap being poured in reverse. I don't think anyone's described it that way. Okay, so now the question is, who is Yucatan gonna run into? Well, I guess if it plays out like P4's.
Master!
Thank you, Akihiko-san. That was too close.
Huh? What's a dog doing here? I mean, he's adorable, but...
Sorry for causing you such trouble. seemed like you were facing quite a difficult fight.
Ooh, I'm ashamed to call myself your student.
No, I should be thanking you. I'm sorry if you were all worried.
Well, Akihiko was the one who was captured, so I don't know. Seems like an odd comment, though. She should be ashamed, but he's the one who got caught. I like both voice actors for Chie. What was that? Chie? She, if you ever seen her on, like, social, on any social network before, she's a very, upbeat, happy, positive type person. Hell, I remember, back when there was all that voting for the Smash Brothers on the Wii U, where everyone was, like, doing all these big voting polls to get new characters. She was like, yeah, vote for Chie. It was hilarious. I mean, not to be mean to Chie, but if they were going to include a Persona character, I doubt it was going to be Chie. It'd likely be a main character. But hey, you don't know. It could be weird. It's still kind of iffy about the situation, but at least it's more believable with the two being injured. But yeah, if all three of them were in top tip condition when that fight started, I couldn't imagine them being injured that much. I mean, come on.
Nah, that's not it. When we got to this weird room, we found Mitsuru-san up on a cross. So Chie and I rushed over to get her down, but there was somebody there.
It wasn't the fake Icus?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see a face, but the voice sounded like a guy.
Oh, so this is kind of a little after the conversation they held in the P4 storyline.
You didn't see his face. How far away could he have been?
Well, he was kind of standing in the shadows. And the moment I saw his red eyes, my whole body froze up like I was petrified or something.
That's right. When I went in to save them, I was attacked by a persona I've never seen before.
Red eyes. And a persona?
Let's see. She could be a support sticker thing. You know, actually, that brings up a good question. Will Joker becoming part of the new Smash one introduce new stickers based on Atlas or Personas? That's an interesting question.
Not coming apart. What gives? It was easy enough to get Akihiko-san off of his. I'm not having any luck either. Damn it, why? Mitsuru-san, please wake up!
What's wrong, Koromaru? Is someone there?
Someone's coming this way.
I don't know. Usually that kind of screams Adachi, but...
It can't be.
Oh.
You're...
Oh, wow. That's definitely not what I was expecting. Akutsu.
So I wasn't seeing things.
You know, I don't know about anyone else who played through. I think it would be a good idea. That'd be, especially since at this point most of the stickers, you probably have a always set, like, these are the best stickers for each character, so introducing some new stickers would kind of throw a new winch into that. They're saving Dorkun for the end. I don't know if they're ever going to do anything about Dorkun, honestly. I think they're just going to always have it as a little bait on a fish stick, on a fishing pole. Yeah. But, I gotta say, I don't know about anyone else who played Persona 3, but I never saw Atticusmj betraying us at all. Like, it just came out of the fucking blue for me. It was such a lunatic fucking twist. I mean, it's like, seriously, it's like you used everyone, you manipulated and forged evidence to make it not what it seemed, and tricked everyone to try and end the world. Is he gonna have his voice actor? Oh, you're gonna cliffhang us, ain't you? You son of a bitches. We got HC Bailey'd. You bitches. They HC Bailey'd us. Come on. I want to know if that's actually Atticusmj. I want to know if that's really him to some extent. Well, let's see what Yukatun's up to. Pretty obvious for you? What was... I mean, maybe... You gotta keep in mind, I did Persona 3, like, when I was, like, a older teen, so maybe I just didn't see the obviousness about it, or maybe I was more gullible, maybe. Adachi was a surprise. Dude, you're gonna find so many people that are gonna call you an idiot if you tell them that. Now, I didn't really suspect Adachi much until a little after Weisei's. And then I started being a little suspicious of Adachi, but just a little. Not to the extent it's like, yes, you're definitely the killer. Just like, you know, Adachi's being kind of weird at this point. But, maybe if I ever get around to replaying Persona 3 in the portable version, maybe I'd get a fresher look at, like, what... I'm curious. Tell me, what made you suspicious of Atticusmj? I'm curious. Because my memory's pretty rusty on a lot of those kind of scenes, so... the dude in Persona 5 was super... Yeah, the ball, like, you see him in the fucking opening thing, so you obviously know it's the politician guy's one of the most, now if you're talking about, I don't want to mention the twist, because the only reason I'm talking about Adachi right now is because, you know, we've always seen Adachi in this playthrough, so, you know, it's obvious Adachi of what, you know, they always talk about Adachi in this, so, and, you know, this is after P3, so... But I'm trying to avoid talking about the big twist in Persona 5 during this. Don't want to spoil that. But, if you're talking about the big twist, I see the clues. I agree there was actually a fair number of clues to pointing out that there was something strongly wrong. But if you didn't take the time to really just be like, that's actually kind of unusual, then it didn't probably seem too bizarre.
Is this really Sensei's school? It looks even weirder than it did before.
It looks even weirder. Unless he's referring to the other arena incident. Which I guess, to be fair, it was kind of weird because it had a lot of copy maze-like structure to it. But sadly, I can't really comment on the big twist for Persona 5. Because if you remember correctly, when I was doing my live stream of Persona 5, when we fought the first boss, some douchebag came in and spoiled that. So, I've always known, like, my time playthrough, there was something wrong with that person. So, sadly, I can't really comment what I would genuinely think about that, because it was spoiled and ruined for me. But as for the politician, that's like obvious, because I mean you literally see his fucking face, and then it shows you multiple times, so it's.
Yikes! This is really bad. I haven't seen anything like this since 3 years ago.
I know, it's just But that's what I'm saying. I was live streaming, and someone, you'd have to go to the playlist. Go to the first boss of the first palace. At the beginning of it, some random douchebag came in, and he just kept spamming it over and over until I banned him. I had to ban him to stop him. So, it was really a shame. Luckily, that was the only person that did some shit like that, but still. I guess you didn't watch the beginning, or maybe you don't remember it. But yeah, if you go to the playlist on YouTube and just find the... I named each of the videos with the bosses, so just look for the one that says the first boss, and just find where the battle begins, and you'll find the douchebag who spoiled that. So yeah, the big twist, someone spoiled. Now, all I know is that there was something wrong with them. They weren't who they were. That's basically all I really knew. Like, what extent to that meant, I don't know. I just know there was something wrong with them. I know. And a lot of people, every time, like, I remember when Eidos Down was playing Persona 5 and we were waiting him, I mentioned that someone spoiled that for me, and a lot of people in this chat were like, wow, I hope that fucker fell in a pin straight to hell. And I'm like, ooh, maybe a little extreme, but yeah, a lot of people were just like, oh, what a man, what an asshole. So, though for Eidos Down, Eidos Down did have his own incident where someone was trying to spoil the lesser twist with the long-nosed person. Oh, that person was also obvious. That one was really obvious. Like, even if Dan didn't give me that hint about that, I think I would probably pick that up probably around... I'd say probably around the fourth one. I definitely became suspicious after the end of the Space Palace, because I could tell for sure at that point it had to be. So, yeah. So, I can't genuinely, like, the big twist, I can't genuinely express how I would think about it, because it was spoiled to me by an asshole. Because he played in Japanese. But, yeah. To be fair, though, for the lesser twist, the collector's edition and the splash screen kind of spoil that a little bit, too. Played Persona, well, Persona 4 only had English, and I don't think you had, maybe, I'm not sure about the Vita version, but I'm pretty sure the PS2 versions didn't have the disc space for it, I believe.
There's a bunch of posters up. It kind of reminds me of a school festival. The Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
That's Sensei! Sensei is so strong, kind, and a reliable leader. And over here's Chie-chan. She trains a ton every day, and she eats a ton too.
Yeah, I don't think there was that many PS2 games that had Japanese options because of disc space. I think that became more of a thing during the PS3 generation because the Blu-rays offered more space. See, I don't know about the twist at the end because of the different voice Oh, oh, you know, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. True, because you would have always had a different voice actor. I still don't understand why they didn't reuse the older voice actor, to be honest, though. I mean, it wasn't like they were dead in America, at least. I know they were dead in Japan, but eh.
Huh? There's a poster of Mitsuru Senpai too? The Imperious Queen of Executions.
This is getting kind of interesting here.
What's wrong, Yuka-chan? What about Mid-chan?
Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered something that happened during our school trip.
Oh, an execution, huh? Well, I know what that's like.
I don't even know what to comment on that.
Have you done that to someone before?
Nah, it was done to me. And I see Hammer to repay me for my innocent curiosity. Just remembering it gives me the chilly willies.
Yeah, I remember it. I was in it.
Oh, I can imagine that. Talking to you reminds me of someone I know. There's an idiot in our group, too.
Oh, wow. Not even, she didn't even, she just laying it on, didn't even fucking soften it up or anything.
Oh, lucky me. I found Yucatan.
Oh, dear Lord. Talk about the timing, Junpei.
Junpei? Hold it right there! I told Junpei to wait for me at the station. What are you doing here?
Hey, wait a second. That's no way to greet your old friend. You're supposed to get emotional. Oh, wait. You another monster, Yukari?
A monster? Me? Wait, so are you the real Junpei?
Ugh, he reeks of sweat. Seriously, can't you have some consideration for the people who have to smell you? He's real.
Oh, you know you're the shit killer when Teddy's boning you too, you know that. You know you're the shit killer when Teddy himself is boning you.
Huh?
Whoa, aren't you the guy who was on TV earlier? Why are you with Yucatan?
Why? Because I'm Yuka-chan's knight in fuzzy armor, obviously. In other words, we share a pledge of eternal love.
Oh, dear Lord. I don't know if I should feel bad for Yucatan. Because on one hand, she has the perverted idiots of both teams with her right now. But on the other side, Yucatan tried to end the fucking world for love. But she did risk the entire fucking world.
Eternal love?
Yuka-chan, do you know this weirdo with a beardo? Whoever he is, I don't think he's a fake.
Why have these characters never seen a fucking beard? Look at that's just, I have more mustache hair than what's on his little chinny chin chin. The world was a small price. She was crazy in the answer. It's like, oh my goodness, I could save Dorkun and have my romancing lovey-dovey love job. And everyone's like, or we could all lose and the world could end. But, why do they keep calling that a beard?
Yeah, I know him. You seem energetic as always, Junpei.
Oh, is that what's going on here? Wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously the real me.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, and sorry, I told you to wait at the station. But then I heard that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are in danger.
Nah, it's cool. I was kind of wandering around too. But wait, they've been captured? Seriously?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, because, you know, traveling with a mascot killer who's a pervert was strange enough. Oh, dear. You know, it's a real shame the Ansel, gameplay-wise, was such a drag. Because the story is really good in the Ansel. But without the social link aspect, without any cool hangout stuff, and you don't have access to the book to summon personas, like if you want to fuse something new, oh, I need to get another Jack Frost, and you need to find what fucking dungeon level they were in, and fucking get a whole new Jack Frost. You could just pay and summon a new one. It was just such a slog. It's such a shame. I mean, just think about the small fraction of people who played the Ansel out of all the Persona people.
What? Junpei, you ran into Rise-chan and Yuki-chan? Were they alright?
Yep, totally fine. Man, school chicks these days are really tough. By the way, who are you anyway? Aren't you that, what was it, General Teddy?
How dare you! It's outrageous that you treat me the same as that faker! I'm the one, the only, the adorable Teddy!
The General Teddy from the broadcasts appears to be a copy of Teddy here. Teddy's a Persona user from this town, and he's looking for his friends.
Huh? You can use a Persona? I figured you were nothing but a walking costume.
Grr, how rude! I'm not just an empty suit. I have a persona, and I have something inside too. Look.
Oh no! Please don't be naked. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Whoa, a white guy.
What? That's... I find the expression, though, priceless, though. Just look at Yucatan. She's like, eh. Oh, that would've been so awkward if he wasn't clothed. But did you honestly think it was empty?
There really is something inside.
I worked hard to grow this body because I wanted to score with a girl. Nice to meet you, Junpei.
Oh, Teddy. I don't know. I guess you know, that actually brings up a question, because when you think about Teddy has blonde hair, which is not usually a hair color Japanese people or Asian people specifically, to be more accurate, usually get. So actually, you know, that brings up the question, what regional, like, racial appearance is Teddy? Because a lot of people, like, especially with SJWs usually and generally always just assume everyone in anime is white, when that's definitely not the case. But sometimes it is a little hard to tell sometimes if a character is supposed to be of Asian or white in certain animes that are more worldly or broad and not just taking place in Japan. Sometimes it can be a little tricky because it depending, you know, on the artist and that, you know, it may not seem so obvious. Because, you know, for one thing, you got all the anime eyes, so that makes it a little tricky. But I guess maybe you could take that as saying that... See, I don't mean to go off on a side way here, but My thoughts on Teddy's visual look of his human body is shadows come from people. Now, shadows can be from living or dead people, and I personally believe the majority of shadows are obviously from most likely dead people, obviously. I think his body is supposed to represent who he actually came from, who is most likely deceased. From where or why, and who the hell knows, but that's my thoughts. I mean, you could also take it Teddy that's just how he imagined his body to look. Teddy looks like a new vin. I have no idea. I don't know. It just seems kind of interesting thought process. Because I never really thought of it. I just, I usually generally, like, when it comes to anime stuff, I just usually generally assume they're Asian unless it's stated or the anime has to do with a more broad, kind of worldly thing. That's kind of how I am, like, with that, but that's just me.
Oh, your Japanese is a little off, though. You make a costume, not grow it. Do you understand? Make, not grow.
Stop talking like an idiot, Junpei. But wow, I figured you were empty too.
They generally thought that was an empty costume. Weird.
I'm sorry, did I surprise you, Yuka-chan?
Oh, this is starting to break my brain. I'm sorry to ask you this once you took it off, but can you just keep your costume on for now?
Aw, but I just came out. Ooh, but this must mean that you like my bear skin better. Ta-da! Look, it's original flavor Teddy again. So don't hold back. Ladies and other ladies, start your snugglings!
You're doomed.
Come on, guys, enough playing around. Let's go. We have to hurry and find the others.
Huh? Oh, right.
Go, go, go!
I'm genuinely starting to feel bad for Yuka-chan. I'm really feeling bad for her right now.
Already picking up on someone. The rest are shadows.
Well, those saved. See, in P4 they found, how you say your name, Fukiko? I think that's how you name Fukiko? That's right? I think. Yeah. Man, that's so rusty and saying so many characters' names. What happened to my weebness of the PS2 era? Labeled the Beefcake Emperor.
Oh, this is Kanji. He loves manly battles and is really good at grabbing people and stabbing things.
This poster is giving me bad vibes. I don't want to charge in without a plan and run into this guy. Let's look for another way in, maybe.
Don't be stupid. Someone's here, right? Come on, we're going in.
Oh no. I just realized if they meet Kanji's shadow right now is okay, she's with the two most perverted characters and then they got Shadow Kanji. Oh my goodness. This could be the worst fucking scenario ever. Oh no. Kanji Tetsumi.
Finally, you showed up. Hello, boys. I've been waiting forever and ever for you. Especially you, Slugger.
Oh, no. Oh. This is the worst scenario ever. Why everyone hates on him? I don't hate Teddy. But, I don't hate Teddy at all. Be honest, let's see. I would say if I was to order the characters of Persona 4, he would be on the low tier. But I don't hate him. I'm just saying he is... You would think at this point he would learn the least how to act around women a lot better than he does. If anything, I feel like he gotten worse at it instead of better.
Just to be clear, you don't know this guy, right?
No! He's got no business calling me out like a designated hitter. Hey, Teddy! That's your friend, right? Why don't you sniff him and see if he's one of those fakes?
You can always tell he's a fake.
I don't have to! That's definitely a fake! If Kanji really liked you, he'd be stuttering and baking you treats instead of talking like that!
Oh, I've got a treat for you. It's in my fists. I can't wait to show it to you. Bring on the ring!
Oh, dear. If there's anyone I feel bad about, shadow-wise, it's poor Kanji. Every time they have to drag out his really strange shadow. Well, at least they were all bright enough to know it was fucking
All
fake.
right, you guys go in there and fight him. I'll cheer you on from over here.
Don't be a wuss. You're fighting too. Let's deal with this quickly.
You're not going to beat me down that easily. Here we go, damn it!
Oh, Teddy's available. That's a little odd. I think we'll let Yucatan go, and then we'll let Junpei go next. Go with Teddy. Oh, sorry. Twitch delay. I mean, Teddy only got his time in the P4 storyline. Teddy got to go and kick some ass in the P4.
This is it!
Nope.
Do it! Loose!
It's all about endurance.
On target! Let loose! Let loose!
Please be gentle.
Let loose! In position! Go! Persona!
Stay calm and finish him off. Right.
Let loose! Do it!
Here.
Go!
This is a landslide. That was a nice win.
But, yeah, I'm trying to... I've let Labus do a little both, because she's kind of in the middle of the two groups. But I'm trying to let the characters...
Just to be clear, I didn't even want to go in here, alright? So this is all on you guys.
So I'm trying to let the P4 cast be on their side and the P3 cast be on their side, since it's obviously focusing on them anyway. Okay, get the shadow out of here. Begone! Thought. That's probably a terrible thing to say to a shadow.
Huh? I'm sensing that someone through there! Junpei, hurry and open this!
So if this is like on the P4 side, it should be Fukiko. I know Kata is a big fan of Fukiko, but she's on the low tier on my favorites list on P3 side. She just kinda, I don't know, just there. She doesn't. I don't think she has a lot of big moments in the original P3. See, they announced Borderlands 3 release day announcement yesterday. Wish publishers would stop that all way. Well, Yukiko's blend as F. Yeah, Yukiko is the lowest out of all the main characters for P4. Yukiko and Fukiko are pretty much the same kind of problem to me. They just, considering everyone else's problems, issues, and character arcs, they're just really low in interest. I mean, they're not terrible characters, they're just... I just found a lot of the other characters more interesting. But, yeah, Kata really likes Yukiko in Persona 4, and he really likes Fuyuko in Persona 3, which actually, now that I think about it, that actually makes a lot of sense now, because I literally just compared the two to be the reason why I get so low to you. What the hell was that last line? Oh, that was supposed to be coughing?
Huh? This is Escapade.
And you know, that place, I believe there was only two things you really did there. You did the Death Arcana, and I think there was some side thing you did there too. Yep. Now we're gonna get a double fight here.
Seriously? Whoa.
Fuchan! I'll save you! I'm a-coming!
Oh, Teddy and your little nicknames. Oh, I just hold a gun. Oh, never mind. That must have been the arm braces.
Fuchan, are you okay? Wake up! I'd better give you the breath of life!
Feather dropkick!
Oh dear.
Ah! Yuka-chan, I was just joking!
This isn't the time for jokes! Fuka, can you hear me? We've come to rescue you.
Ah, are you coming too?
Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun, did you rescue me?
Sorry we're late, but you're gonna be okay now.
Hey, Fuka. It's been a while, huh? And now that we're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Who would do such a thing to Fuchan? I'll never forgive them!
Thank you too, Teddy. But have you seen Mitsuru-senpai? And...
You know, I was just about to say, what if they were a hot chick, Teddy? Then what, huh? Huh?
She's really exhausted. You shouldn't try to move for a while. It doesn't look like the others are around here.
We have to rescue them. I couldn't do anything.
But you're pretty much on the ground level. You got ways to go up. Man, it's still pretty dark. The light needs to get brightened up, man.
Alright, well, let's let Fuka rest here while we go on. We just have to rescue Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-senpai, right?
And they're all way saved, so they still haven't found Igus yet.
We can't leave Fuka alone here. What if another fake shows up like before?
Oh, right.
You can't leave Teddy with her. That would be a terrible mistake. But that's probably what's going to happen. Either Teddy's going to stay or they're going to take her with her.
Alrighty, I'm volunteering to to stay behind.
You will?
Leave it to me. I can use a persona, and I'm the best at escorting ladies.
No, 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 no.
Well, if you're that confident, maybe we should leave this to him. I'm counting on you, Sir Teddy. Be her knight.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Well, I feel like she's been given a lot better character in the arena games, even though you only got to really see her near the end of the first game. But I feel like they're building more on her character with the arena games, which is good, because like I said, I feel like she just, she just gets lost in Tartarus, and you save her, and then, it's, I mean, she's just a character that gets bullied. I mean, not to say that ain't a issue. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us can say we probably got bullied when we were young. But I'm just saying, compared to all the supernatural and bigger, weirder things a lot of other characters are dealing with. Oof. I'm just saying it just seems like such a simple thing.
Teddy, are Yukun and the others here too?
Huh. From what Junpei told us, Rise-chan and Yuki-chan left Junes to look for Kanji and Nao-chan. But if they notice what's happened to the school, I'm sure they'll end up here.
I see. If Rise-chan's with them, then there's no need to worry. Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, please go on ahead and save the others. I'll remain here with Teddy. I'll contact you all with my persona once I've recovered a little. Please, just give me a little time.
And there they go. Well, at least there wasn't another fake. You think that would have been the stopping point for the chapter? And now the climb. At least we don't actually have to do a crazy Tartarus climb thing in this. That would be annoying. I mean, I can't remember how many floors Tartarus was, and you didn't go up all of them. I mean, I know it skipped here and there and that, but still, it built up the idea that Tartarus was really fucking big.
Hey, Junpei! Stop going so far ahead! It's bad enough that I can't really see that far.
Seriously, this hallway goes on forever. You think it's time for a nostalgic replay of Junpei's Believe It or Don't?
What? Hey!
There are many strange things in this world. Imagine, if you will, a boys' baseball team, led by the handsome coach Junpei. What you'll hear next is a true story, a tale of mystery and fear.
Feather punch!
Ooh.
Knock it off, you know I hate that ghost story stuff. And when did you start coaching kids?
Ow, will you stop hitting me? Didn't I tell you I coach a kids team, and I'm surprisingly good at it?
Is that why you reek of sweat? Do you ever wash that shirt?
What kind of slob do you take me for? You're one to talk. You're wearing some pretty funky clothes yourself.
I have a reason for this, jeez. I knew I should have changed.
Just like old times with these two. Wasn't there someone on the P4 team that didn't like ghost stories either? Wasn't it Chie?
Dead end, huh? Well, I guess we better go on in through here.
Oh. Well, that's not a good room to find.
this is creepy. But maybe this is where General Teddy is making his broadcast from. The Moonlight Bridge.
Now, this is where they found Aegis. Yep, there's Aegis.
Yuka-tan, is that...
Aegis! We have to save her!
But how? Are we gonna head all the way back to Iwatodai?
There's no reason to worry about things like that. After all, this place is your final destination.